Counsel, do you have your client's personal data sheet available?
I do, Judge.
Okay.
Right here.
All right, good. We're going to get to that in a minute. We're on the record in cause numbers M1842512 and M2045620, the state of Texas versus Garciabustos. The purpose of this hearing is for the defendant to enter an agreed plea. Therefore, the state of Texas has waived its appearance. The court's court reporter, the court's probation officer, the defendant's defense attorney, Mr. Mark McClellan, and the defendant, Mr. Garciabustos, and the court are all appearing over Zoom video conferencing. We are also live streaming on YouTube in compliance with the public court's laws. Mr. Garciabustos, can you raise your right hand?
Judge.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Judge.
You can put your hand down. Are you Garciabustos?
Yes, Judge.
And what is your date of birth?
June 2nd, 2000.
Sorry,
June 2nd, 2000.
June 2nd, 2000. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you agree that we conduct your plea over Zoom video conference?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, Judge.
Do you understand the range of punishment?
Yes, Judge.
Have you discussed your rights with your lawyer?
Yes, Judge.
Do you want to have a trial?
No, ma'am.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, Judge.
Counsel, do you believe your client is mentally competent?
I do, Judge.
Mr. Garciabustos, what is your plea?
Guilty, ma'am.
Okay, you have two cases here. I'm accepting your plea of guilty to both cases. On the theft case that's being reduced to a Class C theft, are you aware of that?
Yes, Judge.
I am accepting your plea of guilty, finding you guilty of that offense, sentencing you to a $100 fine plus court costs. In that case, you have 22 days back time credit that's going to cover that. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
All right. You're welcome. And in the second case, M2045620, the burglary of a motor vehicle case, I'm accepting that plea of guilty. And while the evidence is sufficient to find you guilty in that case, instead of doing that, I'm going to place you on deferred adjudication probation for 6 months. Also assessing a $100 fine plus court costs in that case, which your 22 days back time credit will cover that court costs and fine.
Thank you, Judge.
As long as you meet your probation conditions after the 6 months, this second case will be dismissed. Do you understand, however, this case will still appear on your criminal record unless you take steps to conceal it?
Yes, Judge.
Do you understand one of the steps you can take is file a petition for non-disclosure?
Yes, Judge.
Do you understand that a non-disclosure is a court order to the Texas Department of Public Safety to not disclose your criminal record to the general public?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that even if that petition is granted, there are certain agencies that will still have access to this record?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that those agencies include law enforcement, schools, hospitals, federal securities agencies, and many more?
Yes, Judge.
So do you understand ultimately this case will never be completely removed from your criminal record unless you receive a pardon from the governor of Texas?
Yes, Judge.
Do you also understand that it is a probation condition for you on this burglary of a vehicle probation that you pay $1,100 restitution to Dwayne David Dilmar?
Yes, Judge.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So along with all your other probation conditions, you also need to pay that restitution in order to successfully complete probation and for this case to ultimately be dismissed in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. McClellan, do you have anything you want to add at this time?
No, Judge.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Garciabustos.
Good afternoon, sir.
I sent you conditions to your last known email address, shortylove214@gmail.com. Have you had a chance to review those conditions?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay, I just sent them to your attorney as well. I sent it to you in Adobe Sign. So while your client's there, can you have him sign them right now? And then, so we can just move forward with his conditions?
Yes.
Also, Your Honor, we have him for 9 months probation, not 6 months probation.
Let me look at my plea admonition, because that's what I go by. And sometimes my eyes fail me.
It does say 9, Judge. I just thought you were in an extra good mood today.
Well, I wasn't. I think I must have flipped the numbers over. Flip that 6 or flip that 9 over to a 6. Let me just make sure on mine. No, that's a 9. Okay. It's 9 months. So let me correct that for the record. It's going to be a 9-month deferred adjudication probation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry. We are off the record at this time. That concludes our plea